After a proposed movie adaptation got stuck in development hell, The Last of Us is now receiving a live-action adaptation. In this video, we're taking you through all you need to know about the upcoming show as we wait for it to premiere on our televisions. Let's get right into it. Starting off with Pedro Pascal is the star of the show. Pedro Pascal from The Mandalorian and Bella Ramsey from Game of Thrones are the stars of the show in the first teaser for HBO's video game adaptation, The Last of Us. In the post-apocalyptic series based on the well-known video game, Joel, played by Pascal, and Ellie by Ramsey, are shown escaping a quarantine area filled with infected monsters and foes of humanity. The teaser introduces infected monsters and shows a brief interaction with one of the creatures, while Joel signals for Ellie to be silent while holding a finger to his lips. Other cast members, including Reid from Euphoria, are also seen in the trailer riding a carousel with Ellie. However, the most notable part of the trailer is Melanie Lynskey's unexpected entrance, as she had previously kept the identity of the character a secret. Offerman also makes a quick cameo, with a shotgun at the top of a large hole in the ground. When the role became known, Lynskey herself tweeted the trailer with the hashtag #surprise. The official summary of the show states that it takes place 20 years after the fall of modern civilization, when a seasoned survivor named Joel is paid to smuggle a 14-year-old girl named Ellie out of a suffocating quarantine zone. They both must travel across the United States and rely on one another for survival, so what begins as a simple assignment quickly turns into a harsh, sad adventure. The Last of Us will be released in 2023, however, the actual date hasn't been revealed just yet. Moving on, who else is making an appearance? After the major leads of the show have been revealed in the trailer, the next question is, who else is going to be in the show? Rumor has it that Mahershala Ali from Moonlight was originally supposed to star in the show, but things just didn't work out. But to make up for it, Tess, Joel's friend, who helps him protect Ellie, Ellie's friend and potential love interest, Marlene, and Maria, are all the characters from the video game who are confirmed to be part of the show. Joel's brother Tommy is also another possible character. Druckmann has also hinted that Abby, the contentious character introduced in The Last of Us Part 2, may ultimately appear on the television program. If you haven't played the games, we'll go over the specifics of why Abby caused such a rift. It's possible that certain parts will be filled by the same actors that voiced them in the original game, as there haven't been any casting rumors regarding who would play the other characters. Troy Baker won't be portraying Joel in the TV program. However, he has a plan for a cameo, as we now know thanks to Pascal's casting. Followed by, what's The Last of Us about? With the introduction of the series, we were given the first official description for the adaptation, and predictably, it follows the narrative of the game, which starts 2 decades after modern civilization has been destroyed. An experienced survivalist named Joel is paid to rescue a 14-year-old girl named Ellie out of a harsh quarantine zone. What begins as a simple task quickly turns into a painful, horrific trip as they both travel across the US and are dependent on one another to survive. But the catch is that Ellie is hiding a secret that might prove to be crucial to the survival of mankind. As a result, expect some dramatic revelations and unexpected turns. Some are also left wondering if the show will incorporate events from the second installment of the game. According to The Hollywood Reporter, there may be extra content based on the upcoming video game sequel, The Last of Us 2. However, Druckmann recently told IGN that Season 1 of the series is going to revolve around the first game, and if it all goes according to plan, future seasons of the series should cover the whole storyline. In a conversation with IGN, Druckmann stated, "Things occasionally stick quite near to the original material. Funny to see my game-related lines in HBO screenplays. Additionally, because we're working with a different material, sometimes they deviate significantly to achieve a much greater result." Next up, who is developing the series? Some of the names from the gaming franchise surely will appear in the series. In addition to Mason, Druckmann is one of the show's co-creators and will likely write or co-write certain episodes. Meanwhile, one of the show's executive producers is Evan Wells, the CEO of Naughty Dog, the studio that created The Last of Us games. Druckmann was the writer and co-director of both the original game and its recently released sequel. Business-wise, Sony Pictures Entertainment and PlayStation Productions are working together to create The Last of Us. The series produced by Sony Pictures Entertainment includes Seinfeld, The Boys, and Breaking Bad. The Last of Us is PlayStation Productions' first TV series, and only second confirmed project, following the film based on Naughty Dog's Uncharted video game franchise. Lastly, when will The Last of Us premiere? The Last of Us is all set to release next year, according to an HBO Max preview teaser. This was confirmed when the first full trailer for the drama debuted in September 2022. It will most likely not be released until 2023, as filming is due to begin on July 5th in Calgary via CBC, and is expected to run until June 8th, 2022. However, based on the trailer, we believe you can safely bet on the first half of 2023. While the UK broadcaster has not yet been identified, it will run on HBO in the US. HBO shows often wind up airing on Sky Atlantic. We can't wait to binge watch the whole show. In other news, The Last of Us trailer brings gamers to HBO Max. The most recent TV show based on a video game is HBO's The Last of Us, which seeks to attract more gamers to the streaming service. The first complete trailer for The Last of Us was unveiled today, offering fans of the best-selling franchise a sneak peek at the upcoming HBO and HBO Max series, which is scheduled to debut in 2023. The action-adventure game from 2013 that served as the inspiration for the series sold 17 million copies to PlayStation 3 and PS4 owners in 2018. 20 years after a fungal epidemic, in the year 2033, The Last of Us takes place in a post-apocalyptic world. Joel, the game's lead, and other characters have to get away from clickers, or fungal zombies. Nico Parker will play Sarah, Pedro Pascal will play Joel, Bella Ramsey will play Ellie, Anna Torv will play Tess, and Gabriel Luna will play Tommy. HBO Max is adopting a well-known gaming title that is anticipated to pull in many fans, while not entering the video game industry like its streaming rival Netflix, which recently opened an internal game studio located in Finland. Additionally, it logically follows that video game adaptations will be essential for boosting subscriber growth, given the popularity of streaming series like Halo, Arcane, Witcher, and others. Next up, this Last of Us HBO star was told not to play the game. It was suggested to one of the main actors in the HBO version of The Last of Us to not play the video game. Almost everyone who even sometimes plays video games is familiar with The Last of Us. It's difficult to avoid hearing about it because it's one of the most highly regarded games in the genre, and its sequel generated a lot of debate for weeks following its release. Through walkthroughs and live streams, even those who don't possess PlayStations or the game itself have experienced it, particularly in the run-up to the impending HBO TV series. HBO doesn't want anyone to know the outcome of the game before the show though. Bella Ramsey, who plays Ellie in the TV program, said to USA Today that the show's creators begged her not to engage in the game. Ramsey, however, couldn't help herself and decided to watch some gaming on YouTube to better understand what was going on. She doesn't appear to have seen or played the full thing though. She's never played the game, but it doesn't seem to matter all that much. The tone and atmosphere of The Last of Us are well captured in the game's debut trailer. It's still unclear at this point if the entire event will live up to the expectations, but so far, things are going well. Finally, in extremely realistic detail, a The Last of Us Part 1 player saw something regarding the game's acts. Sometimes game designers may discreetly include little yet amazing aspects in their game, which are frequently discovered by observant players. Many of these in-game secrets may be found in The Last of Us Part 1 by simply paying attention while playing the game. An image of an almost broken axe from The Last of Us Part 1 was shared on Reddit by a user going by the handle of Dat.Boca. The bleeding weapon can be seen in the image to have a fracture at the handle's top and a splinter close to the center. This is such a little addition by Naughty Dog to the game, yet it is noticeable when playing. The popularity of the photograph is growing as seen by the post's over 1,800 upvotes at this time. That's a wrap for this video. What do you think about The Last of Us trailer? Comment below, give this video a thumbs up, and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.